Here we are, Rico Soul Italia Eats, and look what we have here. This here is a homemade, from scratch, chicken pot pie. You see the peas there, carrots, and she is just loaded with veggies and white meat, white chicken breasts, soft, savory, tender, moist chicken breasts. Look at all this chicken. Let's look at that. Just look at all that chicken. All that goodness right there. And it's tender. It just melts in your mouth. Hey, YouTube fam. Today we're going to be making my famous, world famous chicken pot pie from scratch, from start to finish. So if you're a big chicken pot pie fan, come along and join with me on this journey of making the most succulent, the most savory, the most delicious, the best perfect ever chicken pot pie. One of the things that sets a chicken pot pie apart is the crust. And I must say that this crust tastes absolutely phenomenal. I'll leave a link in the description below on how you can make this wonderful pie crust, as well as if you look on the right hand top of the screen, there'll also be a link provided so that you can learn how to make this wonderful pie crust from scratch. Just look at the savoriness of this chicken pot pie. You have your peas, your carrots, your onions, your celery, and just look at those chunks of chicken. Oh my, this chicken pot pie is absolutely loaded with chicken. Soft, tender, succulent, savory, juicy chicken. So without further ado, let's get into this. First, we're going to slice up 5 garlic cloves. Here's your 5 chopped garlic cloves. Next, we're going to need 1 cup of sliced carrots, as well as a half a cup of sliced celery. We'll now slice and dice 1 cup of onions. Here's our 1 cup of onions. Next, we're going to need approximately 4 cups of shredded chicken. We're only going to use the white meat, primarily the chicken breast. So we're going to get approximately 4 cups of shredded chicken, white meat, out of this rotisserie chicken that we brought from Sam's. Again, we're just shredding the chicken. We're not cutting it in chunks. This is going to be some tender chicken. This is going to go into our chicken pot pie filling. And it's just going to be loaded with chicken. Okay, as you can see, that's 2 cups there. We're just going to dump the cups of chicken right into this bowl here that the chicken came in. We now have our 4 cups of white shredded chicken meat. We'll set it in the fridge until later. We'll put this chicken away for now until when we need it. Alright. Coat the bottom of your pan with olive oil. Then add 6 tablespoons of butter. Then add 1 cup of sliced and diced onions. And then also we'll add our sliced carrots to the mix. Add a half a cup of celery. Mix this all in. We're going to saute it until it's soft. vegetables have softened up a bit, now let's get our garlic ready. Now we're going to add our 5 freshly sliced garlic cloves that we sliced up earlier. We're going to mix them in until they become soft.
I'm doing this in my Instapot. You might do it in your pot over the stove, which you can do as well, but that might burn a little warmer, a little hotter, so the timing might be a little faster if you do it over the stove as opposed to doing it in the Instapot.
Add a 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper and stir it in. We'll also add 2 teaspoons of sea salt, and then we'll mix it in.
Just going to mix that in. At this point, the vegetables are starting to get soft. We're going to add some flour to the mix. So we're just going to add some flour in, just a little bit at a time.
Next, we're going to add 2 cups of chicken broth, and we're going to stir the chicken broth in with the rest of the ingredients. Next, we're going to add a 1/2 cup of heavy cream.
You just want to stir until it thickens up. It's already starting to thicken up. That's what we want. We want it to simmer. So when it starts simmering, it'll start to thicken up a little bit.
Now it's time to add our 4 cups of shredded white chicken meat.
Now do you see how thick this is? You add the chicken in. I'm going to work out this turning this thing. Now we're going to add the peas.
Now we're going to add 1 cup of sweet frozen peas.
Make sure the peas are frozen. Don't add soft peas to this mixture. Make sure the peas are frozen. Okay. Amazing. You can smell it.
Next, we're going to add 2 tablespoons of dried parsley. If you have fresh parsley, use the fresh parsley. I didn't have enough. I only had a tiny bit. But we're going to add 2 tablespoons of it.
Mix this all in. Here's my homemade pie dough. I'm going to sprinkle just a little bit of all-purpose flour on this so it doesn't stick.
Just going to rub a little flour on our pie dough so as to avoid some sticking of the dough to the parchment paper. We're going to cover our dough with this parchment paper, and then we're going to roll it out to approximately 11 inches or so. This is going to be a little bit more difficult than usual because I, like a genius, forgot to take it out of the refrigerator. So the dough is very cold.
I'll be doing other things today, so just made some chicken noodle soup for the wife. I'm trying to do this video here, so I forgot to take the dough out the fridge. Dough's a little colder than I would like. It's okay. We'll get through it. Over it. Yep, it's more than enough. We're gonna butter this pie plate. We're just gonna butter our pie plate real quick. We're just using some paper towel to spread this around. Everything tastes better with butter. Wouldn't you agree? Okay, our pie plate is buttered. We're just going to take this off. This area right here seems a little thin, so I'm gonna take some from around the perimeter of the pie, and I'm gonna make this side a little thicker. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna make our crust just a little thicker on this side, just a little thicker. Here's our bottom crust, and now we're going to add the filling. Here's our chicken pot pie filling. We're just going to add it into our bowl. Let's try to smooth this out. Okay, that's our chicken pot pie. Now we have to add the top crust. So push that to the side. All right, folks, just gonna sprinkle a little bit of flour. Same thing, we're going to roll it out to about 11 inches. And this here, we're going to do a lattice design. Looks to be 11 inches, so we're going to peel it off. We're going to cut it into 10 strips. strips over. So first strip is going to go like this. Alrighty. Second strip is going to go here. Third strip will go here. Fourth strip will go there. Fifth strip will go here. Now, if you see me do this before, I number my strips. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're going to turn it like this. All right. Strip number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And what we're going to do is we're going to pull back the even numbers, number 2 and number 4. We're going to pull them back. And now we're going to lay a strip across. Okay, right down the middle here. We're going to lay it just like that. Okay, and then we're going to put our strips back. Oops, that broke off. It's okay. Broke off. So we'll put them back to their original places. Now we'll do the same with the odd. Number 1, number 3, and number 5. We'll roll it back like that. And we'll use this strip here, like such. And now we'll pull it back. We'll pull number 5 back. We'll pull strip number 3 back to its original spot. And we'll pull number 1 back to its original spot. All right, now we're going to do the same with the even numbers again. Number 2 and number 4. And we're just going to lay a thin strip across like such. And then we'll place the strips back to their original place. All right, so now we're going to pull number 3 back. We're going to pull number 1 back. We're going to pull number 3 back. And we're going to pull number 5 back. And we're going to lay this across just like such. And now we'll place these back to where they were. Now the dough's a little bit too warm to be working with. It's really warmed up really quick. Okay, now we're going to pull the even numbers back. And we'll just place a strip right across like such. Alrighty. Okay, and we'll pull these back to where they were. Like I said, now the dough's getting really, really warm. So it's starting to break off. And that's because some of the chicken pot pie is still very warm. So the chicken pot pie filling. I'm going to try to get one last little strip here. Will it work? Everything's starting to break off now. It's okay. We accomplished what we wanted to accomplish. All right, put this back. So we have a lot of dough that we can work with here. So let's get to work. Plenty of dough. What we're going to try to do is we're just going to try to build up our perimeter with crust. Going to build up that perimeter. We have a lot of extra pie dough here. I'm going to try to build up a nice outside crust here. We're just basically adding more dough around the outside of the pie. Build up a crust. Do is want to just try to tuck it in. Just going to try to tuck it in. Here's our chicken pot pie. Okay, what I'm gonna try to do is I'm gonna try to shape it as best as I can. The dough is like super soft, so I don't think we're gonna get the results that we were looking for. I have an egg yolk here, just the egg yolk. I took the white out. I'm gonna add a half teaspoon of water. We're gonna mix this. All right, now what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna brush the top with this egg wash. I'm gonna do this all over the pie. Now, I'm just going to hit it with some sea salt. I'm not going to put a whole lot, just a little bit on top of the crust. Not doing a whole lot, a few pinches. Alright. I'm going to hit it with some pepper.
Here's our chicken pot pie. This is our last look at it before it goes into the oven. It's going into our preheated oven on 425 degrees for 30 to 35 minutes, or until golden brown.
Okay folks, here's our chicken pot pie, fresh out of the oven. Here we are, Rico Italia eating. Look, we have here. This here is a homemade, from scratch, chicken pot pie. You see the peas there, carrots, and she is just loaded with veggies and white meat, white chicken breasts, soft, savory, tender, moist chicken breasts. Look at all this chicken. Just look at that. Just look at all that chicken. All that goodness right there. And it's tender. It just melts in your mouth.
That's going to wrap up our video. Please like and subscribe. And don't forget to hit that bell notification as well. Comments are encouraged. And thanks for watching. But most importantly, don't forget to bon appetit, peoples. To bon appetit.